Okay, so I'm doing a screen share today. One of the things that did come up yesterday, a friend of mine having issues with his Outlook email and not able to log into it on his phone. So I went over there to help him out. He's an older gentleman, like in his 80s. He's like 83 years old. And he forgot it, somehow got his passwords all messed up. And so it wasn't recognizing any of the passwords we were using. So I did a number of things trying to recover his Microsoft email account. And we couldn't, in the end, we couldn't get it to recover. If you're going to use this Outlook account, you want to make sure that you can recover it if anything should happen. And part of being able to recover it, that starts in the beginning. That starts with just kind of setting it up properly. And I'm going to set up a brand new email account. And I think that if you set it up properly in the beginning, it's going to minimize the issues that you have should you run into, I don't remember the password, or I can't log in down the road. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just go ahead and create a new Outlook account. We're going to click on free account. I'm on right up here, outlook.live.com. OWA, and we're going to click on create a free account. I'm going to walk you through that. All right, so new email, big time knucklehead. So create a password. I want to, first I'm going to click this off. I don't need all that. Again, I want to encourage you, and I've done the video on this, and I'll put a link in the comments on using the Bitwarden Password Keeper, and I've got that in my browser right up here in the upper right-hand corner is my Bitwarden Password Keeper. I want to emphasize the importance of using some kind of a password keeper, whether it's Bitwarden or LastPass or OnePass or whatever that other one was. You need to use a password keeper, and preferably something that you can use on multiple devices, on their mobile phone, on your tablets, whatever else. That's kind of what I like about Bitwarden is, number one, it's free. Number two, it is free to use on as many devices and mobile devices and computers as you want. There's no reason not to be using a password keeper, especially something like Bitwarden that is completely free. They do have a paid version that has some more bells and whistles. I've never found a compelling reason to need to pay for those bells and whistles. It does everything I need to do with this free version. So that being said, we can go up here to Bitwarden and we can do a click the new login. Okay. So my username, we already said that, big time knucklehead at outlook.com. Password. I like to use this visual thing here, the toggle the visibility so you can actually see. Again, this doesn't really matter what you're using because it's going to be saved in your password keeper, so you can actually generate one too. So let's generate a password, and here it's 14 long. Let's do 25. Up here you can see the password up there. That's 25 characters long, which I will actually change. If I take that, I'll change it after the video, but there's a password. But you can also use a passphrase, and you can change the number of words. I like doing like 4, make it even more. And then I like to let's do a capital, and let's include a number. And there you can see there's some capitals, there's a number, and there's that. You know what? That looks good to me. I'm going to copy password, and I'm going to select that. Password's already done. I'm going to save it. Okay, I'm going to do Control V. I copied that, and I'm going to paste it with the Control V. If you want to do a show password, that's the password that we just had. All right, and then we can click next. So what's your name? So let's make sure that in order to recover this email, they're going to want your name. Now, we could use Big Time Knuckle as our first name and then Head as the last name if we wanted to. The main thing you want to do if you do that is you want to put in your password keeper notes, okay? So that if you ever do need to recover this, you can. In this case, I'm just going to use my real name because it's not a big deal. But if you're getting cute and want to use a different name, make sure that's in your password keeper. And I'll show you in a little while here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's a notes section for your passwords. And I encourage you to use the heck out of those notes. Okay, if they have like security questions, put in there, here's the security questions they asked me, here's the answers that I gave. So that if you ever have to recover it and it's asking for those security questions, you can copy the answers exactly and paste them back in. So, because it might be case sensitive. If you capitalize the school, it might, be case sensitive. If you decide, no, I'm being lazy and I didn't capitalize the school, again, the notes section of your passwords are going to be really, really important for all this kind of stuff. Use your notes. So we're going to put in our first and last name, and what's your birth date. This is also something that comes up in the password recovery. I'm not one that I don't like putting in my birth date, but it's important if down the road, if they're trying to identify you. So again, if you're going to get cute here and put in some kind of tricky birth date, you put that into your notes also. Let's do that. We're going to say January, I wonder if it'll even let me, 1, and then 1900. Birth date entered is invalid, so it's not even letting me. January 1st. All right, there, we'll do that way. All right, so I'm going to go over here to my notes. I'm going to open that up, Big Time Knucklehead View. Okay, so you want to click on the little thing to view it. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to click on Edit. All right, we're going to scroll down here, and right here are the notes. All right, for my birth date, I put in January 1, 1905. Okay, and I'm going to save. All right, I'm going to put up here real quick. I didn't get cute with the first and last name. I used my real name. And here, put a comma, Sean Elliott. I know I'm being super kind of obsessive compulsive, but again, down the road, when you're trying to recover an account, being obsessive compulsive and putting as many notes as possible in the beginning is going to make a huge difference. Okay. So that is why I'm, getting really detailed here. So we're going to go ahead and do a save. All right. And I'm going to be coming back to that. More than likely that's going to go away. So we're going to click next. Big Time Knucklehead at Outlook.com. Create account. Please solve the puzzle. So they like to do this, and that's another thing that makes it hard when you're recovering the account is they have these puzzles that was really annoying. So please solve the puzzle so we know you're not a robot. We're going to click on next. I don't know how many times we're going to have to do this, but I did have to do this on his account as well. The funny thing is that 2 done. It's wanting to do multiple times, I guess. There's 3. So I want 3 of those things. Let's just see. That's got 3 there. Whatever. 3 done. Okay, verification complete. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Thanks, Microsoft, for making things super confusing with these pictures that are kind of confusing. So stay signed in. I'm going to go ahead and say yes. It's going to probably ask me to sign in again. Okay, next. I'll hold it. What's going on here? Why are we running into this? So now it's wanting me to free account. Let's just sign in because we've got the account set up. Man, this is just. Okay, so we're in. Now, the reason that I wanted to get in here and show you some stuff here, we're going to go in and we're going to find, those are the settings for the actual account. We're going to go up here and my profile. We want to go to my profile and click on that. Again, the reason being is there's some information in this profile that, again, the account recovery pulls and asks for to recover our account. Right here, though, account info. This is kind of very similar to what I was looking for. Edit account info. See this phone number here? Put in the phone number. Again, that's going to also be really helpful in going and recovering an account. So edit account info. Here it's wanting to know the phone number again. Okay, so this is kind of cool too. Passwords can be forgotten or stolen. Just in case, add security info in now to help you get back into your account if something goes wrong. We won't use this info to spam you. It's just going to be there again as a way to get into your account. So he didn't have an alternate email address. And part of the reason I wanted to show you guys this video was to let you know that you don't have to actually have an email address that is, at least I don't think so, attached as an emergency email for your email login for the other email. So in other words, I've got bigtimeknucklehead@outlook.com. I actually used my own email address when I was recovering his email account. Do you see what I'm saying? Um, Basically, during the recovery process, Microsoft just needed some kind of an email address to communicate with me as I'm trying to recover the process, and that kind of confused me because, I'm used to having doing what I'm doing here, where I enter a backup email, something should something happen. He hadn't done that, okay, and so we were screwed. And I was thinking that we had to have some kind of a backup email address that he had used in the process, but we didn't. We were still able to use my own personal email for his recovery process. It was just, again, a way for Microsoft to communicate to me their automated system while we did this. But put in an alternate email address, okay? I would do either that or a phone number, either one. And the main reason being is that is going to be used down the road to recover your account should you need to. All right. So you could put in here, sean.p.elliott@hotmail.com. And then I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to do next. I could copy and paste if I wanted. I'll just type it in. It's a very short code. And that's a one-time code. Okay. I have a code. Interesting. And it does that twice. Again, I don't know why, but it does it twice. We did that last time too on his account. We'll just copy and paste it. Copy, Control C, Control V, verify. Yeah, it's fine. No thanks. All right, so here again is our information. And now that we're logged back in, I wanted to make sure that we add our phone number. So we're going to do that. You go ahead and you add your phone number, 858-555-1212, and just call it good. Now it's going to probably verify that phone number. That's not my actual phone number, so I'm not going to worry about it. But I encourage you again, add your phone number so that you can recover your account down the road. That's how you kind of set things up. And again, I want to make sure that you are utilizing we're going to click on view, we'll click on edit, the notes section here, and put as many notes here as you possibly can. So again, if they were asking for security questions, you want to put that in there. Put that in the notes. When you're setting up your Outlook accounts, your Gmail accounts, make sure you're putting in backup emails, make sure you're putting in backup phone numbers, make sure you're keeping, very detailed notes. All this stuff is going to come into play. Do the same thing with your Facebook account. All this stuff is going to come into play down the road. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but it happens. It does happen to where for some reason or another, you can't get into your account, and you need to do as much as you can to make it easy for you when that happens. Have a great day, everybody.